Good morning. Welcome to North Dakota Today. I'm Christy Larson here with Chris Burr.
Happy Friday. A Friday that's got some sunshine out. It's going to warm up, and we want to remind you, which hopefully you and I can have some fun and talk about this in a moment, maybe with Lisa too. We're springing forward this weekend, and so do you like that? Do you wish we would just get rid of it? You know, I think it's nice until Monday morning. You're like, oh, wait a second.
Well, I was going to say,
It's
I think it
already
only really
7.
affects me for like 1 or 2 days, and that's it. So it's not that big of a nuisance to me.
It doesn't matter to you?
I don't really know. I haven't lived any other way, so I wouldn't know what it's like to not have it.
That's true, I guess.
So.
You know, if we kept it as is, though, like then it would be darker earlier in the summer. And so anyways, we're going to talk about why negative words said from others weigh down our dreams.
That's true.
Got to speak positive.
Plus, speaking of positive people, one of our craftiest people is going to be showing us spring and Easter projects you can make with the kids. That's Ashley Morgan.
Oh, she's back.
She's back. Plus, we're talking about pro wrestling. It's coming to town, and we'll tell you all about that event. But, of course, it did feel a little bit nicer out today. I think the wind was a little bit down, and I kind of walked outside, and I was like, this isn't bad. I don't mind this.
It was pretty chilly this morning. I think I heard it was like 4 or 5, Lisa.
Yeah.
I mean, in single digits, and it felt
But
like...
I walked out, and I was like, oh.
I know.
Why was that?
Why did you feel okay about it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe you're used to it. Maybe your body is adjusted to really cold temperatures at this point. I don't know. You know, I think that getting down into those single digits is pretty cold here this time of year, that's for sure. And some places did get down to below 0 again this morning. So we've had some cold starts recently. We also had some fog too. And we're looking at fog lifting in Grand Forks now. That's great to see that. Before we couldn't see all the way down the road surface there on I-29. This is just outside of Grand Forks. So looking better there, though reports of low visibility still hanging around at the airport. In Jamestown, a half mile, and Carrington, we're at 2. This is looking a lot better than just even an hour ago. Temperatures, we're at 13 now in Fargo, so we're on our way up. It's 5 in Bemidji, only 1 in Hallock, and other places getting close to that 20-degree mark. Winds are light, and a lot of places reporting calm conditions, or at least less than 10 miles per hour. Radar and satellite looking pretty good in most of the valley. We do have some clouds overhead in some areas, other places where we're getting some sunshine. You do see the snow out west. Well, that might bring some flurries to places like Edgeley and Ellendale this morning. It is breaking up a little bit, but just be aware you might be dealing with a little bit of that snow. And we'll see our chances for snow increasing into tonight. Here's a look at your hour-by-hour planner. Again, clouds more likely in the west, more sunshine out east through the day. We'll have high temperatures in the 20s to about 30 degrees, especially in those areas where we get some sun. That's our better bet for getting temperatures to 30. And then later tonight, around dinner time and beyond, that's when we have our next chance for some snow. It should be very light and scattered, but still enough that it might coat the sidewalk in front of your house here overnight tonight and into early tomorrow morning. We'll zip ahead to tomorrow morning. You can see that light snow continuing to work its way through. This is 9 a.m. Still in some areas dealing with that. That's the first round. And then there's a second round of snow potentially impacting us on Saturday. So more of a cloudy day tomorrow with some spotty areas of light snow. In the far south, that's where there may be more steady snow in places like the Sisseton Hills. Just be aware if that shifts even a little bit farther north, that means more snow for places like Wahpeton and Fergus Falls before that moves out of here. So a couple of unsettled days, but not bad given that temperatures are going to be in that 30-degree range. A look at our snowfall potential. Again, most places not seeing much, if any at all. A few of us getting a dusting up to about 1 inch. It's that farther south area into northeastern South Dakota that's a little bit more of a bullseye for getting a few inches of snow there. So here's a look at our 7-day planner. We've got a couple of rounds here today and tomorrow. Temperatures working their way up. Monday and into Tuesday, we'll be seeing some temperatures into the mid-30s and eventually a 40-degree temperature on Wednesday and Thursday.
Woohoo!
So, I mean, lots of signs of spring. We've got warmer temperatures. We are switching over to daylight saving time late tomorrow night and into Sunday. Officially, it's at 2 a.m. So at 2 a.m., if you happen to be up, move your clock forward to 3 a.m. or you could just do it before bed and you'll be fine when you wake up tomorrow morning. And I actually just put out a Twitter poll about this. You were talking about that, Chris, about whether or not you like daylight saving time, and we'll have to see what the results are. But I'm one of the haters. I don't like daylight saving time because I didn't grow up with it. We didn't have it growing up in Indiana, and I was just fine.
So you guys just kept it on standard time the whole year? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they recently changed since I've moved, and now they're on daylight saving time. But I never quite understood the need for it because it was not something that we did. And losing that hour of sleep, and I'm pretty passionate about this if you can't tell, and being up in the mornings, it's so nice to see that sunrise early.
Yes.
And so when we switch over Monday morning, that sunrise is going to be an hour later. So we're delaying that earlier sunrise now. Of course, on the flip side, the sunshine is out later at night, so there is that. But
we go to bed early, so do we really need the sunshine early in the morning?
Right.
Staying up late.
So it's purely for selfish reasons that I don't like it.
Which is understandable.
Yeah.
But I will say, like during lake season, it's kind of nice when it's 9:30, 10 o'clock, and the sun's going down and it's calm. And there's just something about that.
I totally get that.
Yeah. I guess.
Time all together. How does that sound?
Sure. Then you don't have to be at work by a certain time.
No one would be here ever.
No, that's true.
They'd be like, oh, on my watch it says it's still Kristi time. It's not work time.
Day just starts whenever. I think we're gonna go live now. Okay. Good morning.
I'm ready. My coffee kicked in. Ready to go now.
I love that. Let's see if we can pitch that.
Yeah. Back in the day, you'd be like, hey, the sun's about that angle. Let's go throw the show on. Okay.
Right.
Thank you, Lisa.
You bet.
I don't think that would work. Our viewers wouldn't know when to watch us. Hey, speaking of
you're a planner, so for you not to have time,
I like to have things organized, ready to go. And speaking of our viewers, we do have one to congratulate. Winner for Illusionist presented by Exceptional Artists event. Congratulations. We have 6 of you guys. Congratulations, Emily. Congratulations, Josh. Congratulations, Brent. Congratulations, David. Congratulations, Kristi. And Melissa. Each of you guys received a prize of 4 tickets to the show on Wednesday, March 21st at the Chester Fritz Auditorium. That's up in Grand Forks. If you want to be winners just like them, all you have to do is go to valleynewslive.com or ndtoday.tv.
We should see Giovanna, if you could help us out. Let's get them on the show and we could do some magic from kind of preview what they're going to be doing.
We could make someone disappear.
Yes.
Nose goes. Oop, Chris disappears.
Exactly.
Lisa Green, would you volunteer to be the magician's assistant?
That would be fun.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
She said she will. It requires a sparkly dress. You could wear like one of your like flapper dresses or something. That would be really cool.
That would be phenomenal.
That would be awesome.
To literally like disappear and then see where you go, and I would make time go away.
That's what his magic trick's going to be. No more daylight savings time, no more time.
No more
it's
time,
gone.
just boom.
Hey, we did a story on Bryn Duncan. She's an athlete in Moorhead, 17 years old, and she got that amazing opportunity to go to Pyeongchang to go help teach young Korean kids how to use adaptive ski equipment. And she's over there now. So her family sent me some photos to give us a little update. So she did have a little bit of weather, so they arrived a day late because Minneapolis had some bad weather. But here she is. So the white tiger you always saw at the Olympics, the black bears for the Paralympics for this year. So there she is taking a picture with both of them. And then I know she also sent a picture of the view that she has kind of from outside from her room. And then also, I believe there's one more photo. There you go, more scenery from Pyeongchang, which I think is so cool. I know that she's just gonna come back and just have this amazing story about what she got to do there. Of course, Paralympics now, you can watch those.
That's right, on NBC.
NBC, yeah. I think the opening ceremonies was last night, right? Yes.
That I don't know, but
tonight,
you can check them out.
It's hard with their time difference. Maybe they need to go on to a daylight savings to be on our time.
See, that would be the beauty. If there was no time, it wouldn't matter. So if mom and dad are watching, see if you can get Bryn to go to that Raccoon Cafe and send us some pictures.
That would be cool.
She shows up there.
That would be really cool.
And the other guy that paints the mochas, that was pretty amazing. Like $30 cups of coffee because he does these great pictures on them.
What would be like your picture of your choice? What do you think would be really cool to see in the coffee foam? I was trying to think about that the other day.
I'm embarrassed to say this, but the first thing that came to my mind would be a Denver Broncos logo.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not challenging enough. Like, they've done Starry Night, and they've done, like, Mona Lisa. I mean, they've done, like...
Yeah.
And then he picks up Broncos symbol. I'm surprised. Actually, I'm not that surprised because you're a big football fan. That would be like your favorite thing. Like, oh my gosh, look at my coffee.
First thing.
Some people would probably pick the Lamoureux sisters.
Oh, if he can
Twins,
do portraits, I mean, I'd love
that
to
would
see
be really cool.
Yeah.
Or UND hockey logo, or maybe the women's hockey logo.
Medal.
And last night, North Dakota got to give them a grand entrance as hundreds turned out in Grand Forks. They welcomed home the Lamoureux Twins, won their first ever Olympic gold medals, and they were honored by the community gathering at the Ralph Engelstad Arena after playing key roles in Teams USA Women's Hockey. Big defeat over Canada. Of course, a lot of people were watching that. We showed it to you here again, too.
Look at that crowd.
And what's funny is Governor Doug Burgum declared March 8th is Monique and Jocelyn Lamoureux Day.
That is awesome.
That's really cool. So on March 8th, you might have to celebrate. The Twins ask if that means kids get to skip out on school next year. And so far, there's no word from the governor on if that's true or not. But I think it's funny. I did see, too, our chef, Molly Ye.
Was she there?
She had made some cakes for the sisters because when she was in Pyeongchang, we showed you how she talked to the sisters. They said they'd want a cake.
In the middle, right?
She had, so she made a carrot cake and made a flag cake. Those are up on her Instagram. Also, Olympian hockey players and sisters Hannah and Marissa Brandt returned to Minnesota yesterday, and those sisters represented 2 different countries in Pyeongchang. Melissa competed with the Korean women's hockey team, Hannah on the U.S. women's hockey team. The girls grew up in Vandal Heights, so they came back. And I think it's really fun just to see all of the different athletes returning home and getting that warm welcome that they definitely deserve.
Yeah.
Really cool.
So when's Molly coming to make that cake on her show?
Oh, she is just such a little busy bee right now.
Oh, is she?
I'll have to just see. Maybe it won't be until like, oh yeah, I have an opening December 12th. Book it.
Exactly.
Book it with Molly.
We'll take it. Maybe she can do it via Skype. We'll have her come in like Mr. Food or something.
Oh, that would be funny.
Yeah.
Well, she does do some videos and stuff, so maybe if her next video will tell her, hey, send it to us, because she makes some delicious looking cakes and treats.
That was incredible.
And she made like some homemade bagels a different day that I was drooling over. I can't go and look at her Instagram page or her blog unless I'm not hungry, because, well, it makes you hungry. You have to have food on standby.
Speaking of good food, I thought it was great. Those monster cookies yesterday.
It was so delicious. Actually, in the newsroom this morning, I had Guinness chocolate cupcakes.
What?
Yeah, Concordia Dining Services is once again catering the Celtic Festival that's happening out at the Yumcumps Center tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And so they had brought some food out and had shepherd's pie, they had the Scotch eggs, they had a new mac and cheese dish, they had these new Guinness cupcakes. Oh, so delicious. Did they have
that one, like, would you call it blood sausage thing you had? Did they have that there?
Bangers and mash?
I have no idea what it was.
Oh, when I went haggis? Yeah. No, they didn't have any haggis. They did have bangers and mash, though. So again, that's 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. They do start serving food right away, and everyone says you got to get there, you got to come hungry, because that food does run out fast. So definitely something to do this weekend. We do have to wrap things up now, but when we come back, we're going to be talking about how to dream. What are the biggest dream busters? How to get rid of them.